Hi, welcome to Algebra 1, calculating measures of center and variability. This is day 2 of the remote learning for Algebra 1, day 2. We will be looking at the IQR and the MAD lesson review. We will be jumping right into the lesson application. This is once again a review of something that we have already done. So within the folder we had for Schoology, you will once again see the warm-up, the closure activity, the practice. However, we will just be jumping right into some practicing and some application questions within this PowerPoint. I'm not going over the warm-up or anything. I'm just going to jump into some practices so that you guys have enough time just to see some hands-on. So just jumping into the IQR application problem. The data set represents the number of errors on the typing test. So just looking at the number of errors here on this typing test, just to see how to start on your practices and on your warm-ups and on your closure activities. The very first thing you want to do with this is to put your numbers in order. Always put your data in order. So the first thing is to set these up in order. So how would you want to set these up in order? Put your numbers in order. So the first number from least to highest is 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, and 15. Once you set those up in order, then you want to see how many numbers you have. You have 6 numbers. So now you want to divide that number. You want to divide these numbers up into a set of lower set of numbers and higher numbers. So you have your first set of numbers, which is 6, 7, and 8, and your second set of numbers, which is 9, 12, and 15. You have 3 set of numbers on one side and then 3 set of numbers on your other side. The first set of numbers will be your lower side, your lower quartile, and this is your higher quartile. Better known as quartile 1 and quartile 3. Quartile 2 is your actual median, okay? However, quartile, you need to know what the median is for quartile 1 so that you'll know the median for that is what you actually need. So the lower half or the lower quartile, you need the median for that, the middle number for the lower quartile. What is the median for quartile 1? And that number is 7. So the 7 is actually quartile 1. And quartile 3 is 12. The median for the whole data is 17 divided by 2 because there's two middle numbers, and you have to add those numbers up, find the average of the two, which is 8.5. Okay? And then to find the IQR for the data, you have to take quartile 3, which is Q3, and subtract it from Q1, and it will give you the IQR, which is 12 minus 7, which the IQR is 5. And that is the IQR for that set of data. Okay? That is how you find the IQR. right? Now, how do you find the MAD, or the mean absolute deviation? Now, this takes some time, but we only have 6 numbers, what makes it easy. So first thing, always put your numbers in order. So put your numbers in order first. So we're going to do 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Then you're going to add up all your numbers. And you're going to find the average first. Add them all up, and you get 27. And then find the average. And your average here is 4.5. Okay. So once you find the mean average, you're going to subtract the mean average from each of the data. So you're going to take 1, subtract it from 4.5 from 1, 3, 4.5, subtract 4.5 from that, 4, 5 minus 4.5, 6 minus 4.5, and then 8 minus 4.5. Okay, so 1 minus 4.5 is negative 3.5. 3 minus 4.5 is negative 1.5. This will be negative 0.5. This would be 0.5. This would be 1.5, and this would be 3.5. Okay, and then you got to find the absolute value of each of those numbers. Okay, so once you find the absolute value for each of those, then absolute value. Once you find the absolute value for each of those, You add them all out. You should get 11. You divide that by the amount of numbers, and your MAD should be 1.86, and then repeating. And there you go. So here you find the average, subtract the average from the number, then you find the absolute value of each of those numbers. You add the average. Once you find the absolute value of each of those numbers, you add them all up, divide it by the amount of numbers, and you find and then you get the average of that, and there you go. So the MAD is tedious, but it's doable. Once again, with lesser numbers, it works out a little easier for you. So that is how you would find the MAD. Once again, in the day 2 folder, there is a closure activity as well as there's a closure activity as well as a practice, as well as more videos for Khan Academy. Please practice. Please take advantage of all the practices and videos that are attached. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to attend the Zoom meetings and the Zoom office hours to ask any questions. And if you need anything, please do not hesitate to reach out to any one of us, and to please stay safe, wash your hands, and I look forward to hearing from you through the week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay home, wash your hands, and be safe. Have a good one.